Here with us are a couple of teddy boys, festival organisers Fergal McGrath and Peter Phillips, both very welcome. Fergal,
Hi.
What's this all about?
It's an idea that was living in my head for quite a few years until I shared it with this man here. And now it lives outside of my head and on the island of Inishmore next weekend. And
but why? You know, like everybody loves Father Ted. I don't know anybody who doesn't love Father Ted now, but you know, you can enjoy it in the comfort of your own home, watch it continuously because it's always rerun on various channels. But you're taking it at least one step further, aren't you? You're, as you said, it's coming outside of your head and it's being shared with a load of people.
You're taking over an island.
yeah,
Well, you've got to do it properly. So when Fergal said to me, let's have a Father Ted festival, I said, yeah, it'll be great, but let's not have one of these sort of cheesy TV conventions, like a Star Trek thing in a hotel. Let's go and find a craggy island and do it properly. And if people are that committed to want to fight their way out to an island in February, then they're genuine fans. It becomes a sort of pilgrimage.
Yeah, have you ever been to any of the Aran Islands in February?
No.
I have relations in the Middle Island in Ishman, and it's not the most hospitable of place. My mum or my granny who's watching won't mind me saying that. It's very wet and it's very windy. So yes,
Well,
anybody who's there is going to
way.
be commitment.
We said we wanted to do it in winter, and then we realised that the last weekend of February coincides with the passing of Dermot, so that seemed appropriate to do. And then if we can raise a few quid for Cree, the Heart Foundation charity out on the West Coast as well, it leads.
So you're going to get how many people onto the island for the whole weekend, and what are you going to be doing?
Well, we're only having 100 people, because that's as much as you can get into the pub.
Yes.
So we didn't think we'd get 100 people. We thought, we'd put an invitation out on the internet and see what happens, and if we get a couple of dozen, that would be great. And then 100 tickets flew out in about 3 days, and the website had 1 million hits in a week.
Wow.
And I think there's twice as many media coming out there as well. That's the bizarre thing about it.
Fergal, there is an awful lot of attention on this. Have you been surprised at how much it's caught the imagination?
I have and I haven't. I mean, it makes total sense to me as well, the whole thing. But you just don't know where it's going to go. And it just got very, very weird when I got to be interviewed on radio, breakfast radio in Australia, about the festival and about the feud. And it was like, for God's sake, this is ridiculous. They're all Father Ted crazy over there. But it just seems to be just something that's caught people's imaginations, and there's such goodwill towards Father Ted, and it's just a lovely thing. It's a celebration of something wonderful.
It's a celebration of Tedness and everything to do with the show.
Yeah, it's something really positive, wonderful and fun.
Because you've a very full programme of events. Can you tell us about some of the events you're going to be doing?
What's the Buckaroo speed dating?
What's Buckaroo speed dating?
The honest answer is we haven't got a clue. It seemed very good at the creative meeting when we came up with a programme. It seemed great, and after we sort of picked ourselves up off the floor and wrote it down.
Because Buckaroo, give us the connection back to...
They play Buckaroo all the time.
And
Buckaroo
it's Dougal's favourite game.
If it was you and I playing, we'd set up the Buckaroo set.
Tell me about it.
And, we'd have our pieces in front of us,
and
I'd take my piece and I'd say, "Do you like eggs?" And I'd put it on.
Is your smooth?
and then you'd take your piece.
How do you like your eggs? And I'd put on a piece. And then once Buckaroo goes, then we have to stop talking to each other.
Then we stop talking, so it's up to us how fast or how slowly we play the game.
Oh, I like it.
That sounds good, all right. Yeah. And there's a hide and go seek involving nuns as well.
Hide a nun and seek. I think that involves hiding a nun in a 10-foot caravan, and if you can find her, you'll get a free drink at the bar.
Excellent.
Which, of course, is referencing back to the famous episode.
The Graham Norton
episode.
8-1 with Paddy Powers would be the best episode, by the way. Good bet.
You're going to vote on your favourite episode as well. What is your debate? Your favourite episode? Is that going to get heated?
I think it will do. Yeah. Personally, mine is Hell. I think that's a great bet at 8-1. But
which one is that? That's
the one with Graham Norton. They're on holiday.
That is fantastic.
But 2-1 favourite is Speed Free.
That's
the milk float.
Oh yes.
We've got the milk float, by the way.
The actual
we actually
milk
have
float.
the actual milk float. That's ferrying people from the harbour up to the pub.
This is like Ireland's Batmobile, really, is it?
It's Batmobile, excellent.
You did, you're being very authentic and you are taking it onto the Aran Islands, but you're not taking it onto the Aran Island featuring in the opening titles, which is Inisheer, as Boffins will know, and many of the people travelling. Tell us about how you selected Inishmore and how the people of Inisheer have taken this snub.
Snub.
Not as let's
Where do we start?
Let's diffuse this major political situation.
Before you can get onto the islands,
if you speak to the writers,
Yes.
they all say that Craggy Island is an amorphous mass of all of the islands off the coast of Ireland. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. Mind you, it hasn't got the west end of Craggy Island fallen into the sea, so that does back up Inishmore somewhat.
Yes, indeed.
What we've decided to do, and Inisheer do have a claim because it is featured in the opening credits, so we said, why don't we settle it with a five-a-side football match? So the islands are actually playing each other at five-a-side football on the harbour beach on the Sunday afternoon.
Oh, so the Craggy Cup.
The Craggy Cup,
Craggy Cup,
which will be presented by whoever's won the Lovely Girls contest the night before. We'll bring it down on the milk float with the Craggy Cup. We've got Tony Cascarino and John Aldrich managing the teams now.
Oh, they're going to be coming out today,
Yeah.
are they? Two brilliant former Ireland
Internationals.
internationals as well. So that's a pretty good coup.
And what's the prize in the Craggy Cup?
The cup. That is the
And
cup.
bragging
and
rights,
the glory,
I
the
suppose.
bragging rights for
Yes.
12 months.
Excellent.
Is it a bit? I hate to use the word nerd, so I'll use the word geek instead. Is this a bit geeky, getting all these people together on the island?
We're trying to get away from the whole geeky element,
Right.
so it's more about participating than spectating. So it's not going to be showing DVDs of Father Ted, or sort of. I mean, there is this sort of this petty power bet element of what the best episode is,
Yeah.
but beyond that, I mean, it's all about participating in stuff and trying to generate stuff from Father Ted rather than to look backwards at it.
Living
So,
the
like,
dream.
yeah. So like with the Toilet Duck Award on the Friday night, it's the King's Head Toilet Duck Award, and it's for new Irish comedians. And it kind of it grows out of the fact that Father Ted introduced so many Irish comedians to a wider audience.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can get some new Irish stand-ups that'll get to reach a wider audience as a result of being on this award.
I think famously there was somebody on Mastermind, and his chosen subject
That's right,
was
Pat Gibson was it
Yeah.
from Galway Man as well.
Yeah. And
What is it
Father
about
Ted.
Galway and Father Ted?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is it?
Is there going to be sort of a lot of that element of like-minded people coming together to talk about it, or do you anticipate a lot of competition about detailed spotting and stuff like that?
Well, we intentionally set it up that it was in the spirit of Craggy Island rather than the actual literally recreating sort of episodes of Ted or anything like that. So it's about taking the notions of Ted and running with them, and it's in the spirit of fun and
The honest
celebration.
answer is we haven't got a clue what's going to happen.
Right. Is this the first?
Because next
This is
week.
the first.
This is the
watch.
inaugural.
There will be some confused bird watchers on the island over the weekend, wondering why there's all these guys running around in priest
I've got this
uniforms.
notion that somebody would have booked a quiet weekend on Inishmore months and months ago, and they go there every year for a weekend of solitude at the end of February, and they arrive there, and there's 100 Mrs. Doyles on the ferry.
Well, we wish you the best
Yeah,
of luck
it sounds
with
like great crack and really
Thank you,
enjoy
guys.
it. And Fergal and Peter, thanks very much for coming and
Cheers.
telling us all about it.
Thanks a million.